Hi, I'm Dr. Deborah Zucker, Naturopathic physician and Transformational health coach at Vital Medicine, and welcome to today's Vital Tip. The topic today is part 3 in the key to free yourself from your inner strict parent. And if you haven't seen parts 1 and 2 yet, I highly encourage that. Part 1 touches into experimenting with playful curiosity, and part 2 talks about getting real with yourself. So today I'm touching into the strategy of loving structures of support. Now, let's talk about 2 things that feed our inner strict parent. One is that erroneous belief that many of us have and hold that once we decide we're going to do something, we're just going to do it. And even though life shows us otherwise repeatedly, we still feed the inner strict parent voice because of that belief. All that shame about the shoulds that we're not living up to, that comes from that belief. And the second part that we're going to touch into today is isolation. Isolation feeds the inner strict parent voice like crazy because we're just on our own and we're trying to do it all by ourselves. So strategies to address this, the different loving structures of support. Let's start with the first one, and that is love notes to yourself. And I love this one because this is a way for us to put reminders around us in our lives that can evoke the state that we're attempting to move ourselves towards. So the key with this is that they don't become notes of all the shoulds and reminders, because we're probably pretty good at that, but it's done in a way that just evokes that tightness that the inner strict parent voice evokes. This is about evoking that state of thriving and flourishing and loving life, living life fully. And so I encourage you to get creative with this, with your love notes. Images, drawings, doodles, post-it notes, calendar reminders, but to do so in a way that feels light and loving and gentle and compassionate with yourself, but that also serves to remind you, gives you those gentle nudges of what your intentions are, and to bring that fully into your consciousness as you're moving throughout your days. Because we all need that. It's easy to go into autopilot in life. So give yourself those little loving wake-up notices that can help you to move towards what it is that you most are yearning to move towards. And the second part, the coming out of isolation, is inviting the loving support of others. This, if you don't do anything else in your health journey, this is foundational to sustaining and creating the changes that you seek. And so the one thing that I'll say about this that is really important is to be discerning about who you're inviting into this space with you. Make sure that they have the capacity to do so with compassion and gentleness and love, and understanding that it's not a linear journey and you're going to have ups and downs, ins and outs, and to continue to hold that space of intention with you despite that. So I encourage you again to touch into that first video's advice about experimenting with playful curiosity and play around with, would daily support with someone else be important for you, or weekly or monthly? How do you want to create that? Through email, through Skype, through phone, in person, texting? Just give it all a try and see what works for you. But the key is coming out of isolation and being witnessed and seen in the vulnerability of moving authentically towards your own thriving. And to do so in a way in which you're honoring your own unique journey with that. All right, well, blessings to you on your journey of releasing yourself from that inner strict parent voice and moving into a life that you love.